This is VTNI Television. Follow us on our Facebook page. VTNI Television. You watch while we blaze. This is VTNI Television. Follow us on our Facebook page. VTNI Television. You watch while we blaze. All right, we're live now.
All right.
I believe you can hear me, Mr.
I
Fraser.
can hear you. Yeah.
All right, good evening, everyone out there. This is VTNI Television. We are here today to, just few days to less than 48 hours to the presidential election. And we are here to analyze some basics and some things that the electorate need to know concerning this election. This is my colleague here. Please, you can introduce yourself.
Good evening, viewers. You're welcome to VTNI TV. My name is Fraser, a political scientist.
Okay, Mr. Fraser, you are welcome. So, as you can see, everywhere is getting warmed up. It's the political season in Nigeria, and the stage is already set. In less than 48 hours from now, Nigerians will be heading to the polls to be able to elect their president as the new president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So the tempo is very high right now, and so many persons are moving up and down to ensure that this election become a success. So first of all, we're going to be looking through some of the trends as regards the history of Nigeria election over time from 2015, let's just say 2015 till date that we are right now. So we'll be looking through something, but before then, I think let's watch this video that's going to come up, so we'll be able to.
This is Steve Asadeus at 7, reaching you live from our headquarters here in Lagos. We're monitoring events across the globe, but let's begin with the grand finale of the APC presidential campaign held in Lagos, where the presidential candidate Bola Ahmed Tinubu says President Buhari's hard work for his election in Saturday's poll will enable him to work for Nigeria if elected. The former Lagos governor made the declaration at the grand finale of the APC presidential campaign in Lagos, where he made it clear to the crowd that he will work hard for Nigeria if elected. He said those who look helpless today will get help in the country when he assumes office as president.
Today is not a victory speech. Today is a challenging speech. Challenges that I must lay on the foot of Mr. President. You want the presidency? You want me to become president?
Yes.
You want me to win?
Yes.
Will you vote?
Yes.
Are you going to vote?
Yes.
Let me see your hands up.
Whoa.
So, Mr. Fraser, what's your take concerning this election? As you can see, Nigerians are getting set. They already set. They are with their PVC ready to cast their votes on the 25th of February. And I think it's more or less like maybe or maybe not. History may be made. Maybe there might be changes. Maybe it might be the usual way it used to go. But what's your take? How do you feel about this election? We are just on a discussion mode. Okay, I think we lost him. So from what is going on now, you can see the presidential election is so close, and everyone is warming up to the polls. And a few hours from now, less than 48 hours, everybody will be walking to the polls. So we're going to be analyzing some of the major candidates. As you can see on your screen, some of the major candidates in this forthcoming presidential election that will hold on Saturday. So we just picked out these major four. We know there are others, but these are the major four who are actually active in terms of those electorate who believe in them. We have a Mr. Atiku Abubakar from Adamawa State, the candidate of the People Democratic Party. We have Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu from Lagos State, is a candidate of the All Progressive Congress. We have also Mr. Peter. We have Mr. Peter Obi, is the candidate of the Labour Party. Then we also have the person of Rabiu Kwankwaso, Engineer Rabiu Kwankwaso, is the candidate of the New Nigerian People's Party. So these are the four major candidates we are having and that are ready, fully ready to take over from President Muhammadu Buhari. So it is very clear, as you can see on your screen. So it's not left for Nigerians to decide who to vote for in the forthcoming general election. I think my colleague is here already, so we'll just analyze a few. I will go.
All right.
All right, Mr. Frazier.
Like the question you threw to me. First of all, good evening, viewers. Wherever you can watch me now, you're welcome to VTNI TV. The tension is up there. We all feel the tension already, especially those that lives in Nigeria. Everyone is being tensed. But my first advice I would like to give out first, before I comment, is that we should all go to vote and not to fight. From that video my colleague just played, we all see the APC, the crowd gathering the APC campaign, but that does not give them that liability that they are going to win. Because from the way I'm seeing the whole thing that is going on, the Labour Party, I can see them on the winning side. The only threat that the Labour Party will be having on this very election on the 25th of February is going to be from the Atiku side, which is the PDP. Another thing I would like to say concerning this very election is the Labour Party, the love that the society, that Nigerians have for the Labour Party, much especially for Tinubu as a person, is so high. So with this, I believe Peter Obi might emerge the winner of this coming forth election.
Okay, it's a view that you just brought up, but it's a sort of a very dicey situation here, because the various candidates in their own capabilities have what it takes, if you ask them, to deliver the country, Nigeria. So if you look at the person of, let's say, Bola Ahmed Tinubu also claimed to be one of the builders of Lagos State, Nigeria, when he was the governor, and after then he was able to what, to build a kind of a line of leadership, a line of a pattern where others will follow, and that's why where he brought in Mr. Fashola. After Fashola came, Ambode came. Ambode could have done a second term, but because some issues he had with his acclaimed godfather, who is Bola Ahmed Tinubu, so he was what, removed, and that's how Shawolu came to become the governor of Lagos State. And over the years, it has been so difficult. It has been so difficult for others, for other persons to be able to, other parties to what, win Lagos State. Because Lagos State has been taken over by, it must more or less like a one-party system where one person decides the fate of what happened there. So even several times, opposition parties have been crying. The PDP have cried severally. They have done all they could, but all to no avail. So I think that's the kind of person Bola Ahmed Tinubu is. From them, he was able to join hands with the CPC and others to form the APC, where they featured and brought President Muhammadu Buhari, the outgoing president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who, fortunately, in his 8 years of service, Nigerians are not really happy with. So that aside, then you also now have the person of Waziri Atiku Abubakar. Atiku Abubakar, as you see, they call him, they say he's the father of all nations. Father is in the sense that they say he's a real Nigerian man, because he's virtually connected to every corners of the country. The Igbos are connected to him, the Yorubas are connected to him. Based on, he has Igbo wife, he have a Yoruba wife, he have other different type of wives, if I may say. So, and he has been the vice president under President Obasanjo, even though they had issues in one or two ways. But if you also listen to most of his campaign, he's talking about, one, privatizing most of the things that most of Nigeria assets, which many persons are not really happy with. Although he still stand on the ground that that is what he will do no matter what. So he's supposed to be the major opposition. But as it is right now, there's already a dispute in that regard. Then let's look at the person of Rabiu Kwankwaso. Rabiu Kwankwaso is from Kano State. So he is more or less like somebody who has strong holds, especially in Kano State. So many electorate there believe that Kwankwaso would be able to take Nigeria to the next level. So he also has spoken in so many ways what he will do. So even though before now they were planning a merger with the Labour Party, but he said no, he's going to be on his own. So the merger collapsed and it couldn't work. So that's that for Kwankwaso. But he's more or less like now a regional candidate. Then we have now the person of Mr. Peter Gregory Obi. Is someone who was Mr. Atiku's vice. We all know vice when he was running for presidency in 2019. But unfortunately, they did not win. So therefore, he thought it twice to also move to another political party this time around. Having seen that his chances of picking the presidential ticket of the party will meet a very tough situation. So he had to go to the Labour Party. And that is why you are now seeing today that almost everywhere you go, people seem to believe in his type of ideology, most especially the youth and the young ones who feel frustrated and who feel they have been marginalized over the time. So Mr. Peter Gregory Obi has really brought some kind of succor into the politics. So before now, you also know that before now they talk about irrelevant things. Before now, politicians would have been taking pure water and eating corn on the road to show that they are humble. But Peter Obi brought out the issue of competence. And if you can see now, many of them are beginning to change from that style of campaign and now begin to get more serious because it's no longer business as usual. So I'll just leave it to make some other analysis so that
All right.
we'll continue.
I would like to drive us back a little bit. We're talking about the person of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That he was saying that he is the one that built up Lagos State. Engineer Osas.
Yeah, that's according to him. But nobody.
Yes, but if we should look at that very word, because I think that word is really going viral. So many people are believing in that word, that he's the one that built up Lagos State.
Yeah.
If we should remember the time of the colonial masters, the time of the colonial masters, when the colonial master came to Nigeria, or came to the West Africa, precisely, they came to Lagos. And during that time, if you could get the picture, during that time, you find out that Lagos was even much in order, in a good form, than the way it is now. But here you see him saying that he's the one that built up Lagos State. My own take is this, that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he didn't build Lagos State. What I'm saying he's doing, he's funding the money in Lagos State to become his own finance.
Okay.
If we're talking about someone that built up a state, remember the person of Soworo? No?
Sure, see.
No, Soworo, the ex-governor of Lagos State.
Sanwo-Olu is still the present governor. Sanwo-Olu.
Yeah, before his own turn on, it was this other man, Albode.
Yeah.
Everybody knows the work Albode was doing in his tenure, but because of the kind of mindset that our leaders, the politicians have, they don't want to see anyone that want to work for the country. If they find out that you can bring a change, a tremendous change to a country, you find out that at that point in time, they'll start having hatred for such a leader or for such a person. And that reason why you see that they are fighting Peter Obi, because they know that Peter Obi, when he comes in, is going to bring a very big change to the country at large. We also remember this man, the president, what's his name? This late president now, I can't remember his name now. It was from the north that he was sick. Then he later passed his tenure to Goodluck Jonathan. We found out that he was doing well, but at the end of it, he did not last long. So whoever they want to come on and build up Nigeria, our evil leaders, they don't like them. They don't want them to rule. You and I know that, what's his name? Atiku don't have good plans for our country. They don't have good plans. They don't have good dreams. Imagine a country that have been for 62 years. We're still suffering for lights. We're still suffering for water. These are just basic amenities that we should be enjoying without stress. But you see, these people, they are on the seat, but they don't think of what the masses will benefit. If you take a look at all the histories of our past leaders, our past presidents, you find out that they have their histories is not good to write home about. So, Mr. Osas,
Okay.
my point still remains that what's it called? Tinubu, Ahmed Bola Tinubu.
No.
He's just trying to become the president of Nigeria. Ever since he has been campaigning, let's take a look this clear. Have you ever heard a word from his mouth that is clear that the purpose that he has for Nigerians, that he has for the country? So how can the Nigerian citizens, how can we hold him responsible if he made his way as a president of the country? He have not said anything that he's going to do for the country. All we can hear is just, I don't know if it's comedy that is doing, I don't know. You are coming out to become a president, not just for yourself and for your family, but for the masses, for the country. Nigeria is a giant of Africa. I believe we should be doing something that other African countries should be copying about. But as it stands right now, we're far behind.
Okay. Thank you very much. If you look at the trend, I think one of the major issues we have with presidential candidates is now of common notice. I've not seen it. Is rare all over the world, especially in the developed world, that when they go for campaigns, one of the major things that they do in campaign is to just dance. You just go to campaign ground, you are dancing. Is that what you want to give to Nigerians? Is that what Nigerians need at this point? I think that was what Bola Ahmed Tinubu did when he went to Kano, one of the states. He just got there and said, I just want to dance. After he danced, he left. And if you even watch most of his campaign, all he does is to just throw his hand, smile, see people ailing. You know, there's one thing we need to know. When we begin to have when these politicians have succeeded in what making people poor and begin to think backward, they no longer see anything wrong in these things.
Mm-hmm.
They don't see anything wrong in it, because if you are coming to a campaign ground, it's a place for serious business where you should come and sell yourself and tell people what you want to do. Tell Nigerians what you want to do. Tell the world, tell the states in Nigerians what you will do if you become the president. But you can hardly hear a tangible statement from these persons. So presidency is not like something that looks very simple. Anybody can just come and say, I want to contest. It looks not very simple, because you don't need much. You just need to come. Even, for example, if you listen to Ballot most of the time, the thing he will say that is coming with a renewed hope. That's what he say. That's his manifesto.
Yeah,
Hope.
I think his slogan, the popular slogan, which is known even to the world, is used to use the word Emilokon.
Yeah.
Okay, you using that word Emilokon, which means it's your turn. You come to work or you won't work, it's not your problem,
Yeah.
but it's just your turn. But this is not a kind of a family something.
You see, the reason why it's like that is because Nigeria presidency have been turned into like a company run by a clique of friends, or a clique of some set of people who feel that you do for me, I do for you. Whatever you do for me, I also do for you. That is why he was able to come out boldly and say that Buhari is supposed to be by his back, behind him this time around. That's why he's crying foul for all the things that are happening, like the Naira redesign problem, where you see most governors are not crying because of the Naira redesign. They are saying, why will it be done few days to election? And why I would not really blame on the two sides. On the two sides, I will fault it, in the sense that, as at now, I would say President Muhammadu Buhari is not in charge of his government, of this government. Because if you are in charge of a government, you are saying that majority of the money that CBN has printed, the old Naira, they are stashed in people's houses. Remember, government are one of the most informed people. They get information like anything. So they know these people that are holding those cash. But they lack the political will, they lack the will to go and track them down. Who will go? This one, who will go and do that? Who will go and boggle this place? Nobody wants to go. So they are doing the lazy approach. That's why he went behind back to say, okay, CBN governor, that's okay, let's redesign this Naira. Because there are some certain persons in society that they are afraid of, that they cannot bear. Okay, me and you know that if ESCC can see a small boy online who is said to be a Yahoo boy, they don't know his address. Within few days, they already know the address. They go and boggle the place. Then, not to talk of those politicians are there that is already popular, that they know. So you see that they'll close their eyes to this set of things. Like the young man I was talking about, Atiku Abubakar, the other time, about how Atiku want to ruin the country, how Atiku was siphoning some money. ESCC till tomorrow, they threw their face, or they looked at another direction, like I see they did not hear. They talked of Tinubu, the bullion van. ESCC threw their eyes at another direction, they did not hear, they didn't see it. So all these persons, they are only it's like they are playing with the country. They are already used to it, that nothing will happen after all, no matter what. Okay, now, before you come in, now, look at this Nnamdi Kanu case. When the court said they should release Nnamdi Kanu, for example, they did not agree. They refused to release him. They are still holding him in captive. But when the court, when they print this new Naira and they said the old Naira is banned, and the court now said, okay, let the federal government wait first before they execute anything, so that we pass our judgment. Let them see wait first. All the governors now, because the governors were the one that took them to court. The governors are now telling Buhari, obey court order. But why did they not tell Buhari to obey court order when he was in the Kanu case? When it was a more election arrest case, why did not tell Buhari to obey court order? When the ASU people, when ASU went on strike and students were at home, why did they not sue Buhari and say we are fighting for the masses? You see, our masses should be sensible enough that these persons are not fighting for them. The thing that say Kaduna State governor said, yes, they can still be using their naira. In a developed society, it's supposed to, assuming if not for immunity, it can be jailed for that thing. A president pronounced something, you came and you're doing your own government. That means you have your own country in a country that's a federation. So you can see the whole situation is messed up. And why I'm so happy is that this one is a house that is fighting against himself. APC. It's not an outsider. So it's a mess. It's a mess.
That reminds me of that very issue. Imagine a president of a country dishing out a law and a governor opposing his statement, saying whatever you said it on your own, Asorok, that you just keep it there. Yeah. This is my own state. Forgetting that the president is the head of state. Is take charge of all states. So whatever it gives us, the law is a law. Yeah. And that thing again, you see this whole issue concerning this new naira notes. It's all about political chaos, just to make the whole system look a little bit confused. They know what they are doing. Yeah. The main reason why they decided to bring this new naira note at this very point in time, they have their reasons. They didn't change it since last year and beginning of last year. But when it was getting close to the election, they introduced to change the naira notes. And now the tension of this naira note, it is not yet even subsided. And the election still want to continue. But that is aside. I would like to digress a little. I don't know if you've heard about the EFCC trying to stop buying of votes.
Yeah, I have heard it.
All right. So my own question is this: how do you think EFCC can stop the buying of votes? What method do you think these people want to imply? The chairman of EFCC, Bauer.
So I think for that, I was listening to him this evening. I didn't really just listen to what he was saying. I think he was saying that they have started machineries in place to be able to track those who are going to buy votes. But though they are not going to, they might not get 100% of the persons, but the ones they will see will go in for it. The ones they didn't see, but they are now only talking to electorate, the people that want to vote them in, to be sensitive, not to what allow them by their conscience. I think this whole issue is just they are just deceiving themselves. They are deceiving themselves in all these things. The AICC chairman, all of them, I believe the entire system is so I don't know how to put it. It's so disorganized.
Very disorganized. Because the main reason why I talked about this whole issue concerning the buying of votes, which was said by the chairman of EFCC, Mr. Abdul Rashid Bauer, yeah, he was saying that they want to try to implement a means whereby they cannot buy votes. But how is that possible? Even before this election time, or before on the 25th of February, those the one who said their votes, they must have sold their votes. Do you expect Do you expect, for example, I'm one of the officials of one of the parties, then I'll come to the police centers and start giving people money? It's not going to work that way when I know that there's a lot of security around at that very point in time. So whoever they want to sell that vote must have sold that vote.
Yeah.
So this method, which the EFCC will want to introduce, for me, I just believe it will just be an online threat, but it's not going to work. Whoever wants to sell vote, it can also be done through a kind of a cash transfer to their account.
Exactly.
So why do you not expect now that they'll not bring a kind of a technology for those that want to sell their vote? How is it going to be possible? To me, I just believe whatever they are trying to do, to me, is a propaganda. They're just trying to do their own kind of politics.
Yeah.
But they know what they are doing.
Exactly. Okay. So it's no longer a new thing for when it comes to election season. We hear all sort of things. I think there was also okay, I don't have that video. There's also a video I watched about Edo State some time ago when the former chairman of the APC, Comrade Adams Ali Oshomole, was talking to some APC youths. Some APC youths, acclaimed APC youths in Edo State, was telling them that this is their state, that they should try and intimidate the so-called obedient. They should intimidate them in this state and ensure nothing comes out from them. And that video, it's like they noticed that somebody was using their phone. They now say everybody should keep off their phone or so. So, but the video has already gone out. So if you look at this kind of thing, I believe, for example, now, if you were to be a governor and you have done very, very well for your people, do you think there's any need to now begin to hire thugs and criminals to disturb
an election ground,
election that's going on? It's because these people have not done well. They know that they have not done well. Okay, just imagine the Lagos area you're talking about now, of the video that somebody was calling on behalf of somebody, was calling somebody and telling them that, you know, you live in this state, you do your business in this state, and from a business is where you are taking care of your children and your family. So therefore, if you are going to vote on Saturday, you know what to do. If you do otherwise, anything you see, you take it. It's not a threat. It was telling the person. He said, whatever you see.
That's a threat.
Yeah, he said, whatever you see, it's not. He said because you cannot be staying here and doing business here and you can't do otherwise. What is otherwise? In other, why are you telling me doing otherwise? The country is everybody's own. I can live in any state I want to live in Nigeria, for God's sake. No one owns any state or any local government in Nigeria, but that is the level with which he has gotten to. And this person he was talking on behalf of a message of one so-called Ballot, traditional ruler in that region. One traditional ruler was one. He was talking on behalf of that person. That was gave directives to them. They know. And you know the funniest thing, I think we talked about it in the program the last time. You know the funniest thing, when he got to the police PRO of Lagos State, he now came out and said, you know what, on this issue, we want to do forensic analysis. And the Arise TV people, Rofa and Abati looked and said, what nonsense analysis is this man talking about? Is he okay? You see, when you begin to analysis, people, you see, you want to do forensic, you know you've heard the voice. You've heard the voice of the person. You understand? That said it. You know the community. They know the community. They mentioned it.
Which other forensic analysis?
You know the ballot of that place. Then you are talking about forensic analysis. What are you analyzing? But forgetting that the girl that sprayed, I don't know if you saw the girl that sprayed New Naira that they went to arrest, and they went. The girl that sprayed New Naira on social media, it didn't take how many days people have got to pick that girl up, pick the lady up, and she was on later after court. They said she's on bail, but she's going to pay a shorty and 5 million naira. You can see the law is summer. 5 million naira to bring out. Where do you expect her to see that money? So why would crime increase? Why would prostitution increase? Why would other things increase? Say 5 million just because it's paid. But yet it's a man. Lagos say that they are threatening people. Even on the rally day for obedience, it was trouble. Here is a state where virtually everybody is. I don't know, the rascality in the state is so much that you wonder if this is really Lagos. So when you say you build Lagos, or this one build Lagos, one person build Lagos, what Lagos is it with Lagos with criminals or with people who are threatening people? So it's sad.
You see, regards the campaign of the APC members, the campaign.
Mr. Reed, you're welcome.
Yeah, good evening.
Mr. Richard, you're welcome.
Good evening, nice having me.
All right. Concerning the campaign of the PDPs, the APC members, if you find out if they are campaigning, the campaign look as if they are forcing the Nigerians to vote for them. The manner of you campaigning is very is not normal. If every one of us or every presidential candidate have good plans for the country Nigeria, the way you approach the citizens and your speech during your manifestos matters a lot. I was watching one interview with Peter Obi. From the way he was talking, he was not talking as if he need the position of a president. He was just saying, as Nigerians, you people should know who to vote for, vote wisely, and whoever that wins, he will support the person. There is a man that has a good plan for the country. Not when your opponent wins and you become a terror to the other person.
But when you ask the others, they will tell you they can never lose. They will tell you they will not lose. That's what they on life they will tell you it never. They say they won't answer that question. They can't lose. It's not possible.
When Peter Obi was talking that video, I was like, this is the first time I'm hearing someone speaking like this. I think another person that was also like this was this other guy, this late Abiola.
The son. Abiola.
Yes.
Okay, late Abiola.
I think, yeah, late Chief Abiola. It was also was loved. He had a love. People love him a lot. Just like the love people also showing to Peter Obi. If you are coming to become a president of a country, there's one thing that they need to understand. You're coming because you're coming to work for us. But if you are saying you want to need the seat, either hook or by crook, which means there's other agenda. Peter B is a kind of person that you see him just do it in politely. I saw one video just now before it came online. He was just walking on the streets. Whoever entered that was with him, he was just there. He carried his bag himself and was doing it himself. I think it's hard time for we to start putting those elder. I'm not saying we shouldn't respect our elderly people, But is that respect that we are adding to with that extra respect? I don't know. Maybe that's what is creeping into some of our leaders, that is making them feel that maybe it's their right. If they don't have it, maybe something will happen. But it ought not to be like that.
Okay. So yeah. It's also something. It's something that is very worrisome. The set of politicians, the kind of politics we play in Nigeria, especially the kind of politicians that are in power now, especially the
Mm,
ruling party, the APC. The arrogance in them is so much that you imagine it's like somebody who have used the spiritual power to tie the eyes of Nigerians, because they talk with so much audacity. If you watch them on live broadcast, any one of them, they are very aggressive when they are on live, any live program, any of their representatives, they are very aggressive to anybody that's interviewing them. That's how this guy almost got into trouble with one of them too, Rufai of Rice TV.
yeah.
There's one that came one day. He said, "No, you cannot tell me what to do." He said, "Because I've heard a lot about you." You can imagine that kind of statement. So you cannot intimidate me. He was already coming with the
Exactly.
mindset, "I'll come and
Of intimidation.
finish this guy." And that is kind of journalism that Nigeria needs. That's giving them tough
Mm-hmm.
time when they come on seats. Like when they said the APC candidate, one of the statements they said that the reason why they said they asked the guy, will Bola Ahmed Tinubu be able to come for a debate?
Mm.
And the guy answered, the guy that was answering on his behalf said, yes, it will come if the debate meets to its terms and conditions. And that's what the terms. That's if they will not hijack the debate and not be asking one biased question. Are you to tell people the question they should ask you, your candidate? That's what the guy said. Say if the debate will not be hijacked, they will not be pumping with some kind of questions that say so it must be sure that debate is legit before it can come. To the extent that they even said they are going to organize their own debate or
Mm.
their own this on their own platform. That's the only thing they want to do. Because why? Because he already has a TV station that is defending him, TVC. TVC is the one defending him in every aspect of that has to do with the public domain. So I think these persons, they did this before and they got away with it. They did not, like Buhari avoided debate and became president. That's how bad Nigeria is now. People cannot stand up to talk to people, to talk to the people you want to rule over, you want to preside over. You cannot sit down to relate with them because you feel too big. And that's the kind of power they're giving to a politician like Atiku, like Bola Tinubu. These people are just normal persons in society. But because they've enriched themselves with public money, with the country's money, so people feel enslaved, like as if they owe them something. But it's sad. So if this election, like this election is now an eye-opener. When you now listen to Peter Obi, you find out that he already changed the narrative for them. If he's speaking, you see him, the passion in him. Okay, if you have all the, let's say for example, these four candidates, Kwankwaso, you have Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you have Atiku, and you have Obi. These people have been in one position or the other once in their lives. Governors in the vice president there. They have had issues of financial mismanagement and embezzlement. All the other candidates. But ESCC have not been able to find one fault against Peter Obi. Then look at all the other candidates too. In their time, they borrowed and left their states in debt. Peter Obi left his state without any debt and even saved money for them. So they said that they were not criticizing why will they save money when some people are hungry. You see the mindset that Nigerians have. You don't know that savings, all countries, they have reserves. That's what they call reserve.
Yeah, there should be reserve.
Anything can come up. Everybody have savings. If something comes to do, you can easily go to that place and pick something from there. But the predecessor, the person, the successor that he left the position for, I believe he squandered what was on ground and left the state in debt. But do you know that that's the kind of society that some Nigerians want? That slavery mentality, that's what they want. Because if it was to be a developed society like the first world countries, developed countries, people like Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Atiku Abubakar, and the rest of them, they should be in prison. They should be cooling off in prison. Ekwe Remadu that is in the UK today, if he was to even to use 50 kidneys for his daughter in Nigeria, nothing will happen to it. Police will be the one even guiding him. They won't do him anything. But he has not even touched the kidney of the young boy when he came to the UK. But now he's cooling off there. They are not ready to let him go. It should tell you the system in Nigeria is not working. So we'll just, because of time, we'll just go straight now to some analysis now, according to the votes now, and according to their region. Let's see how some of the ones that are from North, whether they use their power to play the North, where the ones that are from South will use their power to play. If you look at the screen now, you see that the Northeast, which comprises of Adamawa, Bauchi, Borno, Gombe, Taraba, and Yobe, they have about 12 million votes, 12,542,429 accredited voters. There you are, and that inside this place now, that's where Atiku came from. Atiku came from the Northeast. Adamawa is part of the state there. Then look at the Northwest now, comprising of Zamfara, Sokoto, Kebbi, Katsina, Kano, Kaduna, and Jigawa. This is one of the places that have the highest number of voters. 22,255,562. So the highest number of voters is coming from here. Then the North Central, which is Plateau, Niger, Nasarawa, Kogi, Abuja, Benue. They have 15,363,731 votes from that area. Then let's come to the Southeast. That's where Peter Obi falls under. They have 10,907,606 votes. Comprised of Enugu, Anambra, Ebonyi, Abia, Imo. Then we have the South. That's where the crying governor come from, Wike, that is dealing with the presidential candidate of the PDP. The comprises of Rivers, Edo, Delta, Akwa Ibom, Cross River, and Bayelsa. It has 14,440,714 votes from that zone. Then we have the last here, which is the Southwest. That's where the Jagaban zone.
That's 17 million.
Yeah. 17,958,962. That is the Jagaban zone. So if you have to make analysis by this now, how do you think? Let's just make some kind of foresee to see how do you think this candidate can garner votes from this place, and we can project probably who might be able to, based on their propriety, might be able to capture these zones. Let's just say you can make some analysis of them to see the possibility of like how many, like just like predicting like how many do you think this person can get from this zone, from the way it is now.
Well, from the look of things.
Sorry, I'm coming. Before you go, we go, We'll come back to it. You analyze now and history. I want to show you what history has shown. You see it on the screen now. Look at, just go through what history has shown, how the former president have won the zone. Maybe you can read it out the way they have won it for us.
Okay.
First, it was
In the
Shagari.
year, yes, in the year 1979, Shehu Shagari, the region which is the region which is the northwest,
He did not win.
he did not win. Then we also have on the 1990.
No, you just read only Shagari straight down. And
Okay,
you go
Shagari.
to,
Okay, on the northwest, he did not win. Then we have in the north central, he won. They also have from the northeast, he also won there. They also have in the southwest, he did not win there. They also have from the south, Shehu Shagari also won there. Then we also have from the southeast and the north win in that area as well.
that's to say he won three zones.
He won 3 zones.
Okay.
That was in the year 1979.
Okay.
So in the year 1993, Mohammed Abiola on the northwest, he did not win.
Are you there?
On the north central, he got it there, he won. They were on the northwest, he did not win. On the southwest, he won it. They were on the south, he also won. But on the last one, which is the southeast, he loses there. In the year 1991, I'm talking about the person of Olusegun Obasanjo. On the northwest, he won it. While on the north central, he also won it there. While on the northeast, he loses it.
No, he won it.
Then on the south,
Northeast, he won it.
yes, on the northeast, he won it. While on the southwest,
Yeah.
he loses it. Then on the south, he also made it. And on southeast, he also made it. As the person of Obasanjo. In the year 2003, which is the same person, Olusegun Obasanjo, northwest, in the region by northwest, he lost it. The while the north central, he won it. On the northwest, he also lose it. Then the southwest, he got it there. Then on the south, he also made it. And on the southeast, he also won it. Then in the year 2011, talking about the person of President Goodluck Jonathan, by region, on the northwest, Jonathan won it. On the northwest, he lose it. Jonathan lose it. While on the north central, he won it. Jonathan won it. So while on the northeast, he lose it. Then on the southwest, he won it. On the south, he also won it. On the southeast, he also won it. Then the year 2015, we're going about the person of Muhammad.
I think we cannot hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just quickly round up, Mr. Frazier, so we'll go ahead.
All right. Then in the year 2015, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
When we're talking about the person of Muhammad Buhari, the region northwest, he won it.
I think it's having a problem with his network. What's happening? I think I will have to.
I think so. Because I was having such problem.
The network is it's getting poor.
All right, we're still on the part of
Buhari
Muhammad Buhari.
northeast.
Okay, on the northeast, he won it. So on the southwest, he also won it. Then on the south, he lose it. So
So the
followed by
Igbo did
the
not vote for him.
no, the people did not vote for him. Followed by the southeast, he also lose it. Then in the year 2019, the person of Muhammad Buhari,
Okay, I think let me just finish the reading. In the year 2019, Buhari north west, north central, and northeast. He won the whole north. Southwest, yes, he won it. South, no, and the southeast, no. So we'll just continue from here. Let's allow Mr. Richard to give us some breakdown. If you look at that list now, there's a comment there. He said no person in the history of Nigeria has become president without winning the North Central. If you look at the North Central there now, all presidents, all the past presidents, they won the North Central. So you can make a comment and let's project, Mr. Richard.
Okay. Well, it's just an analysis which may be wrong, may be right, and also may be wrong.
Yeah.
But the North Central actually, because that North Central has a lot. By my own understanding, that North Central has a lot of population and they have a lot of voters. So it's like an engine room for all politicians. And every politician that wants to be sure that he wants to scale through the election process must target that North Central based on the political value that it brings to the table for them as politicians. You understand my point? So I think that North Central is a very key area that every politician would want to pay attention to. Why? Because politics has an history. You understand? It's like a football. for you to be able to predict the matches, you have to go down to the history. So okay, in so year, so people, this team and this team, they met together and they came out 1-0, 2-0. This is how they predict and they permutate on matches and also in politics. So what am I trying to say is that when you look at the history and the figure and every president that has come through that ever ruled the country in Nigeria, that North Central is an engine room for every politician. I think based on the population and based on the voter strength, that's North Central. I think that North Central comprises of Kano, North Central. It comprises of Plateau, Niger State, Nasarawa, Kwara State, Kogi State, Abuja, and Benue State. Yeah. So you see, the population and what that North Central brings into the political arena is very, very key. Thank you.
Okay, it's what
But
you
I
made
still
it.
want to add something based on this election that is coming on Saturday. I am not saying I have my own party in my mind, okay? But unfortunately, I cannot vote. But on my own personal analysis and the way, just like I was talking about history, Nigerian, how political history, how it goes on in Nigeria. If you notice the way Nigerian is structured, first of all, we are a country of diverse religion, diverse language. So there's a lot of things that we have so much diversity in the country Nigeria. So what am I trying to say? For we to balance the country, for the country to be balanced, we have to balance every sector of the country, which include our religion, which include our language and our zones. Now the country has been zoned to different zones: north, south, east, and west, and southeast, southwest, north central, and all this. Now, but to balance this country in terms of governance, you'll notice during the time of Obasanjo was the president, and he picked somebody from the north to be his vice. And it works. No matter the tension that was in the country at the time, because prior to this time, we have been through the military dictatorship. But no matter the tension, but the thing works at the time. When Obasanjo left power, Obasanjo came from the southwest. Now another person from the north came into power, picking somebody from the south to be his vice. And it works. Now, during no, did I say Yaradua? Sorry, Yaradua came to power and he picked somebody from the south to be his vice. It worked, though it didn't stay long. Now, President Goodluck became the president, and he picked somebody from the north. This and the religions also play. If there's a Christian, there's a Muslim. If there's a Muslim, there's a Christian. And this is our system. This is the system that has been working for everybody. This is the one that every one of us accept, even though, but it has been like this. Someone will say, politics has nothing to do with religion. It has who would deliver. Yes, we all know that. But religion has to play because this is who we are as a nation. If you go to Nigeria today, you're either a Muslim or a Christian. It's like this everywhere.
Okay,
So
Mr.
I just
Richard.
want to let me round up. Sorry,
Okay.
I know. Let me just round up. So what am I trying to say here? In this APC Muslim ticket. This is where I have issue with it. Now, when you go to the PDP too has their own error where they have them error because normally by zoning, PDP is not supposed to be a PDP zone. It's not supposed to be the northern tenor now because it's supposed to go to the south. Now, the only party that is even given, they have their own structure better is the Labour Party because they have somebody from the south and pick somebody from the north to balance the equation. Okay, well, but we are hoping on Saturday, see what will come up on Saturday. That's just my contribution. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Richard. It's a good analysis. Another thing before Mr. Fraser will come in, there's something I want to clarify. If you look at the trend, yeah, now what I said now, for example, now, these political dynamics might change. With history change, history can be changed. That's one thing I want us to know. It can be changed. But the highest people with the highest number of votes, accredited voters are the Northwest, followed by the North Central. The Northwest is over 22 million votes that comes from there. The Northwest and the Southwest have the highest number of accredited voters. And if you look at the trend also here, most of the presidents did not win the Northwest, except Obasanjo in the first tenure and Buhari in the two tenure. So only Obasanjo won the North Central. And Obasanjo also won the entire three North in the first tenure. But what we are saying here now, what I want us to analyze, that everyone that has become president, the list here is the person must be able to win 3 geopolitical zones. At least 3 geopolitical zones. That was what Abiola did. Abiola won 3. He won the South-South, he won the Southwest, and he won the North Central. So meaning he never needed the Northeast, he did not need the Northwest. So that's my own kind of contribution now. So we are going to see. Let's look at the era of Tinubu. Do you think Tinubu will to pull the entire North to himself, and probably the Southwest, and maybe take small?
I don't see that coming.
Okay.
But there is an article there.
There's also a Shetima there.
There's also a Shetima there, and there's also this, what they call
Ahmed,
it.
that year Ahmed. There's also Kanuma there. Oh.
No, this the NNPP Kwankwaso there.
Yeah.
Which means the vote is going to be splitted. And another thing is that the APC government has not been a favorable government, even in the north.
No.
So the normal street boy in the north that we used to call Anmanjiri, they are the people that does go vote more than even any people. This group, they are not educated, but what they know about is, if you say na PDP, everybody na PDP. If you say na APC, everybody na APC. That's how they operate. Now, these people, they have had when the people have been complaining about the APC government, that group, everybody know that the APC government doesn't deliver anything good. So do you think
even at that, don't you think we can contribute now? Everybody is talking. Oh, don't you think, even at that, don't you think, apart from their anger with the APC, don't you think religion can come to play there? Say, it's my brother, they are my brother. Let me just do it and vote for them.
The religion will come to play. Religion will play to a certain, but that's what I'm saying. Because the vote will be splitted. Because there's a Kwakwaso, which is still a Muslim person.
And there's a Dati Ahmed.
There is a Shetima too, is still a Muslim, which can also split that thing. There is a Dati Ahmed and there is a Tinubu. And now religions will play, then what they call it, tribe will play.
But what me I'm saying,
the party itself as APC, they have lost their bearing.
Yeah, but what me I'm saying in that regard, Mr. Fraser and Mr. Richard, is that if you look now, the Labour Party candidate, what's his name?
Peter
Peter
Obi.
Obi.
Mhm.
Democrat
Mr.
party
Gregory,
Mr.
Gregory Obi.
Peter Obi. If you look at him now, from what is going on now, he's a Christian and his wife is a Muslim. And now, from the trend we are seeing in the country now, it seems most Christians are behind Mr. Peter Obi. And some states in the north are also majorly Christian states. They also have Christian, almost like half, like Kaduna also have a lot of Christian. Plateau
They have
states also
Christians.
have Christians,
Plateau State have Christians as well.
have
In
Christians there.
Gombe is there.
Yeah, the Kogi state also have some Christians there too. So if you see, but I believe that for the southwest, the only thing that can come to play in terms of southwest is if the incumbent, if Tinubu is going to use the power of President Buhari to oppress or to try and what cause mayhem in the election for the southwest to see how he can pull those votes. Because even the southwest, most persons are likely not to vote for Bola Ahmed Tinubu from the way it's going. Most persons are likely not to vote for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They are likely just to go away with his money and not vote for him. So even Peter Obi also have a very tough and upper hand there too. Then for the South South, I think we can also give it to Peter Obi. South, I believe it's no go area for Peter Obi. For that South South, I believe it's very clear he will get that place. Then for Southeast, I believe he will pin that place. So do we see? I'm seeing maybe a possibility of him getting 3 geopolitical zones and picking small from others, so I can be able to get ahead of his other opponents. So I don't know what you think, Fraser.
But from what I see here is this. If you take a look at what Black Day said, Richard, Nigerians are tired. We are tired of one party system. This is no longer if you're a Hausa man, you're from Benue, you're from this other region. No. The country, the citizens of the country, they are tired.
You are
I think
saying
right from
it. You are saying it because you are
okay,
enlightened. Many
all
of us
right. I
don't
think
think that
okay,
way.
okay, but for whoever that is watching the VTNI right now, I guess so many of them are also listening to this video. From the right from for many years, if I may recall, let's say like 20 years back, the two political parties that has been ruling Nigeria is either PDP or APC. These are the two political parties that has been ruling this country for so many years. And in these years, there have not been changes to the country. There have not been changes. The only thing we see that everything just gets worse. So if we're talking about using religion or tribalism, ethnicity, I think with that, we Nigerian citizens will lose it all. We'll lose it. So me, I don't even see any threats from the North Central. I don't
Me
see
too, I
threat
don't
from that
see it.
zone.
I don't see it.
I don't see threat from
Judging,
there. Why am
judging
I
from
saying
the
that I don't see
Yeah,
threat
campaign,
from there?
judging
yeah,
from the
These
campaign,
people,
when
they are
Obi went to
tired.
Nasarawa State,
yeah. I
you
want to
saw
get
the
to
outcome in
on one point
Nasarawa
now.
State. Look at
That
Obi outcome during the campaign in Nasarawa State. Look at him in Abuja. You will see the massive support, and these are not people
yeah,
that are coming because you want to give them pure water or 1 naira. No, they come for
yes,
pure organic love.
yes. Like
They
you
desire change.
like you said, Richard and Fraser. Like if you look at this North Central now, look at this North Central now. It's a strategic place too because many persons are enlightened in this area more. Abuja is a central place. You know, somebody want to become the president should be able to win Abuja. That one is sure. He should be able to win Abuja. And I believe the APC has lost ground in Abuja, the way it is. In Abuja, yes. Then in Benue State, before we go, Benue State too has already lost. That, you know, it's PDP, but now
That is for
they are
sure.
now
Because the president, I mean,
obedient.
the governor is fully obedient.
So let me play the
He's
video,
obedient.
then we'll come back. Let me play the video, we'll come back.
Here comes Agune Chembandibo.
Wait, I'm coming. Just a minute.
The governor is fully obedient. He is the one of the.
Here comes Agune Chembandibo. Nakunaka. Yes. Yes, so. Uh-huh. 20 Agune Chemba. For me, it's not even that I'm contesting election. Yes, the forms was bought for me by the people of Benue State. I've gone round. They have accepted that they will vote me. But if I'm to sacrifice my senatorial ambition for Peter Obi to win, so shall it be. And so please, I know that the Igbos, if the people are connected in this world, they are the Igbos. This is the opportunity you have. This is it, to say that an Igbo man from the southeast is president, because some of us believe in the unity of Nigeria. We believe in working together. And that is why I accommodate everybody. We believe in the unity of this country. And so let us not miss this opportunity that God Himself is providing. The youth have told me, my own people, they have told me, stakeholders here, traditional rulers, party people, across party lines. Obi matter is not about PDP or APC or SDP or any other party. It's about Nigeria. You are many, you have the population. But thank God from what is unfolding. Peter Obi is a species that is not bounded by ethnicity. And that is why when I hear some prominent Igbo personalities castigating Peter Obi for contesting election, is it not you Igbos that have been saying that you have been marginalized since after the war? Opportunity have come today and you're still complaining. What do you want? What are you looking for? What do you want? The whole country.
No.
All right.
So the man is fully
It's
fully
fully
obedient.
obedient. I want to see
Fully
something.
obedient.
Even the wicked that was making.
But the person, I'm sorry, before you come, that person wants to speak about now. I have a problem with him. I can call what's his name? Autumn. It's a lion. Just like when Tinubu went to visit UK, and I like the statement he told him. Tinubu said, "Me, I'm a leopard." He said,
Don't change my skin.
He said, you are a chameleon. He said, Wike, and Wike really is a chameleon. Wike should have come out boldly, because he told Nigerians that in January he will openly tell us who his candidate is. So why rigmaroling? Why playing the game? So I don't really know. Maybe you have something to say concerning UK.
Well, he has came out to say, well, he has not said it openly, but from the way he's saying it, we all know that is for Tinubu. That's why Tinubu. Let me
Okay.
the word Tinubu used on him that time because they have had an agreement before then. But the way he was he was talking like nobody should understand him. That's why Tinubu say, "Me, I'm a leopard. I don't change my skin." Say, but you act like a chameleon. It's
Me and
like
you
a
have
parable.
agreed.
That is an old man parable thrown to him. Say, guy, keep to your word.
Me and you don't agree. So you
You
should do
understand
your
me?
part.
So the guy did not show. It was now at the end, dying hour. He has not even openly say, na APC. But when his last speech directed like is for
Sorry.
APC, and he
But,
said
but
to the
why is he looking for cover in APC? Why is he trying
is
to look for cover?
is
He's a greedy person.
these are politicians now. These are politicians. He said to the Rivers people that he will tell that they are going to vote for the same party that he will vote for. That if he catch anybody vote for him, imagine what a governor is saying. So I was speaking to a friend yesterday in Port Harcourt. I was saying, your governor said that you guys will vote for APC. He said, I beg leave that one, just to make noise. Said they will collect his money and they are going to vote for Labour Party. So all of them, they are obedient. And the Nigeria today is not the Nigeria of 4 years back. People
It's not.
revolve.
It's not.
People revolve. Things change. We have seen one of the best things that happened in Nigeria is NSAS. That's reveal how bad the government is, reveal how bad the politicians is, reveal the way they think, reveal that, man, this youth, man, if you guys do not fight for your country, man, no hope for you. These people will oppress you, oppress your children, oppress your grandchildren. And you look at the voice this thing that came out about Atiku son was talking about how his ambition is for his father to be president so that he can live the big life.
Yeah.
Imagine somebody's ambition. Your ambition is for your father to be president so that you can live off the country's resources. You want to go and live a 5-star life in abroad. Can't your father be the president? Can't you think, okay, let my father be the president so that he can bring that 5-star life to Nigeria? What does it take for we to have a power light, a steady power light? Doesn't take
Uh,
anything. Take the wheel.
One thing I want to say, because of time, please, I think we should be rounding up. Um, thank God for the internet. Thank God for the social media. If there's one thing I love about the social media, I think it's about the way they've been able to expose some hidden secrets of our politicians. Because if not for the social media, I so much believe our Nigerians or my fellow Nigerians, the way they are agitating for Peter Obi, they wouldn't have been doing that. They'll still be thinking about, okay, let me go and collect that 5,000 naira. Let me go and collect that 10,000 naira that will lead them for 8 years suffering. So my advice is for every one of us to do the right thing. The time of the election is just so close. I think it's few hours from now. One day and a day and some hours is already a countdown. So please, wherever you are, listen to this live video. Every Nigerian, please, we should do the right thing. Let's not sell our rights. Let's not sell our votes. Let's keep our dignity. According to the sayings, election will be fight. To vote is not a war. So that was it.
Let me just say this. I know we are out of time. I saw a video of the APC campaign. I think it's in Lagos. They were sharing money to the citizen. Guess the kind of
And they denied it as usual.
Yeah, guess the kind of money they hold money.
It's the old currency they're sharing now.
Even go
The old
Ogun
money.
State,
Okay,
Ogun State government, the same thing.
This money that you guys know that this money is even costing war that they don't even accept again. Because probably they don't want this money to get rot in their hand. The idea is let's just put it to the masses and use it to win election. How crazy that could be. Well, just like you said, your last word to Nigeria, we should go and vote our conscience. Vote for a better Nigeria. Vote for Labour Party. I'm not even saying vote wisely. Vote for Labour Party. It's a party that have, from the onset, has been telling us what he will do for Nigeria, what he will bring to the table. He even said that we should hold him responsible if he doesn't do what he has said. When you hear this man talk, you hear genuinity from his tone. When you, I know the country, Nigeria, if he has a skeleton in his cupboard, trust me, APC or PDP don't dig him out. And they have tried.
You just remind me of something. You just remind me of something. Somebody said, because he has no skeleton in his cupboard, that, do you know that now, if Peter Obi mistakenly, maybe he's going along the way, buy pure water, and he forget to pay, EFCC will hold him. To tell you how bad they're looking for something.
Is that bad, right? Yeah.
EFCC will hold him. Same because it's very difficult to hold him.
Because they have looked for it. I think they have dig.
There's no way. There's no loophole. There's no loophole.
They don't dig grave or dig from here. And I know the country, Nigeria.
EFCC when they see so now. EFCC, it would have moved. EFCC would have gone ahead since of picking.
Yes,
so for them not to find anything till today, let's just give this man a chance. Nigerians, go and vote for Labour Party and use this term, not this one. Use this, thumbprint and look for Labour Party, Mama, Papa, and Pikin. Vote for Labour Party. Thank you.
Yeah, before we end the broadcast, maybe probably just shortly, we'll just look at this video of Buhari asking them to vote for Tinubu to see how reluctant he is. You can see the way they are pushing him to ensure that he must go and speak.
He was looking at the side. He looked at the other side. I think maybe he was under duress.
Tinubu is tying his neck. He must do it for me, Baba.
This is TVC News reaching you live from our headquarters here in Lagos, in Nigeria, where we are monitoring events across the globe. It's exactly 5 days to the general election, and President Muhammadu Buhari is asking Nigerians to vote for the APC presidential candidate, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in the forthcoming presidential election. The president emphasized that the APC presidential candidate has demonstrated commitment to the development of the country, and President Buhari thanked Nigerians for electing him as president for 2 terms and urged them to vote for the APC flag bearer because he is reliable and will build on his achievements. He also agrees that he is fully aware of the hardships and policies of government which are meant to bring overall improvement to the country has caused, but appeals for further patience, saying the government will take appropriate measures to ease them.
Nigerians, God has once again brought us to another season of general elections across the country. I am therefore calling on all of you to exercise your franchise in a peaceful atmosphere. I am calling on specifically our traditional rulers, leaders, allow themselves to be used by a few to foment trouble. I want to assure you that the government has taken adequate security measures to allow everyone to come out and cast their votes. I am therefore appealing to everyone to give them the necessary support. Fellow Nigerians, I want to use this opportunity to once again thank you for electing me to be your president on 2 occasions. I am not a contestant in this election, but my party, the All Progressive Congress, has a candidate in the person of Asuwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. As I mentioned before, Tinubu is a true believer in Nigeria who loves the people and the development of our country. I am calling on all of you to vote Asuwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He is reliable.
We've lost a voice. We've lost a voice.
So,
All
can you
right.
hear me?
Now we can hear you now.
You can see,
Yeah, we
you
can
can
hear
see
you.
when you want to vote for Tinubu, his voice was very low. When he vote for Tinubu, it was very low. It's like somebody that's under severe pressure to support
Yes.
Tinubu, whether I like it or not. It's under
Are you
severe
sure
pressure
that video was not doctored?
because that is their usual work in APC.
Well,
Ballot
look
was
at the
voting.
background.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at the
Mm-hmm.
background. I'm just seeing a door for a president
Well,
of
Maybe
where
Nigeria
would the
maybe
president
somebody
sit
was
in that kind of position?
to address. I've never seen that kind of thing happen before in
maybe
Nigeria.
somebody was using his voice to talk. Maybe he was not the one
That is
talking.
what
There's
I
something
think.
APC
Because
cannot do.
looking at it, it was like the person just an old video maybe an old video, or look at the position, a door. We're supposed to see the coat of arms, Nigerian coat of arms,
Like
big and
like
that.
no, like that video now.
Two men will stand by
You know what he
his
said?
side. It's
That
orderlies.
video, that video now, he made it in I think Ethiopia. It's not in Nigeria.
Ah.
Yeah, he traveled.
Okay.
They say he spoke to Nigerians from there. So he has to we have to force him to say something.
But why
So
will he do such a video from Ethiopia? I don't understand. Can't they
I think
wait for him to
he
be
went
in?
for an extraordinary summit, according to
But the point, they can't they wait for him
But
to be in Nigeria before he makes such a video?
okay.
um,
I think
it's just a
what
political support. It's not from his mind.
Yeah,
okay.
if I would say anything about it, let's leave the doctor
Baba is
and the
not by.
doctor. The point is that
Baba is not by.
he is the father of the party. He's the president, the chief commanding officer of the nation, and also the
And it's
father
his
of the
party.
party. So
So they don't expect him not to say anything.
it's
But
part
he
of
said,
his
but he said you don't want to be the father of the
responsibility.
party again. You want to force
So
him. You want to
no, it's
resign. You
part
want to
of
be a
his
father.
responsibility to even come
He
out to
said
say
no.
concern.
He does not want.
No, he said he don't want to be the father anymore.
He's tired. He want to go and rest. He
No,
has
I
told
know,
them.
what you're saying. I'm just talking about the speech he made.
Yeah.
They must have convinced him, please make this speech.
You know, thank
At
you.
least,
You know
like
that speech
endorsing
now,
him.
the APC wrote it. I only go and give to him. They gave it to him to go and read
Yes.
it.
It's an
So
endorsement.
it's so sad. It's so sad. But please, let's be rest assured that this is now our last broadcast, probably on Saturday. We should
Saturday
try to be
night.
on live. Even the one of the other analysts in Benin, he was saying he would also like to be part of the program that day. He has been with us too, but he will try to also get maybe information on ground. This is the one we are going to be voting, so get information on what is happening there, how the voting also is like. So Saturday we need to be on ground.
A live correspondent.
No, it might not be live. It might not be live.
Right.
It might also be, but he will be getting information on how things are going in his environment. While we also will be searching online to get update on the election, how it's going, whether videos or anything on that day, to see how it goes.
All right.
So thank you very much. It has been a wonderful program. So if you have any last word you say, I will close up the program.
Mr. Richard.
Well, I said Nigeria should vote Labour Party. That's all I have to say. Everybody should go out and vote Labour Party with this
But
talk.
you know you are doing that is vote buying.
I'm not paying for any. I'm not paying.
You are
Nobody's
doing vote
paying.
buying through the internet.
Nobody's paying anybody.
Okay.
I am
All
giving
right.
out information. We have gone. I know the country we came from. I am not going to say vote wisely. Wisely is not the name of any contestant. It's not the name of any party. I say go and vote for your conscience. Your conscience is not the one that is contesting. Vote for Labour Party.
Okay.
All right, viewers, don't forget you're still watching the VTNI TV. Saturday, 25th, still remains the election. Whatever decision we make on Saturday, that what will determines what Nigeria will become, either 4 years from now or 8 years from now. So wherever we are, please let's make sure our PVC should be counted among the election that very day. And please, like I always tell people, let's ensure decorum, let's ensure fairness, and let's not forget we are one Nigeria. No matter as we are fighting for the position, we are still one Nigeria. So please, let's try and vote. Let's vote wisely. Let's pick out the man that we know is going to work for Nigeria and work for good. Thank you and good night.
Okay, thank you very much. And just one last word too, for Nigerians who will be voting on that day, you must also know that when you're also voting, just like Mr. Richard was saying, if you're using your thumb to vote, ensure that your thumb does not cross the border lines
Doesn't go
of
outside
the
the
party.
box.
Inside that box. Your thumb print should be inside that box. And secondly, don't overfold your paper. Don't even fold your paper. Try to put it in straight to avoid them disqualifying or make it saying that vote is invalid.
It's
So
invalid,
you must be very careful. And another thing, do not allow anybody intimidate you to say you need to snap what you voted. I come and show them. That's what the guy was saying on court to the other person. That said, you must snap it, madam, and bring it. That will be the evidence. We'll come to you and you show us what you voted. If you don't show us,
How bad that could be.
how bad it can be. We're going to snap what is going to vote and show the person that, see, I voted APC. Otherwise, you'll be in trouble. So you are not supposed to snap whatever you are going to vote there. Just do your voting. It's just you inside that box. It's between you, your conscience, and what you want for Nigeria for the next 4 or 8 years. Because it's no longer 4 years again now. Whoever that was done 4 years want to do 8 years. So it's not 8 years. So are you going to suffer 8 years? For example, now you were 18 years as when Buhari came into power. Now you are 26 years. So now you will not also vote again for another person. You will be what, 34 years. So if you were 40 years when Buhari came into power, now you are 48 years. Wasted the 8 years for the government. Then you now vote another error. 48 plus 8, you are what? 56 years. How long do you want to live on this earth that you want to just be suffering and voting wrong people into government? It's time to enjoy. It's time to do the right thing. All right, thank you very much, Mr. Richard, Mr. Fraser. To be going, we'll meet again on Saturday. Thank you.
All right, good night, everyone.
Thank you.
VTNI television. You watch while we play. VTNI. This is VTNI television. Follow us on our Facebook page. VTNI television. You watch while we blaze. VTNI television. You watch while we blaze. VTNI television. You watch while we blaze. VTNI television. You watch while we blaze.